I have here, I got a few questions that I think are important that I definitely want to get out there. And you kind of alluded on this a little bit. You talked about people that you started off in a part-time situation.
Yes.
Okay. And I know that there's some people who are listening to this who are maybe thinking, man, I don't have time, Tammy. I mean, and maybe it's true, maybe it's not, I don't know. But they're saying, I just don't have time to be doing this full time. I mean, you're doing all this, you're earning this money, you've got this team, you've got all this stuff. Tell me how I could, if you were talking with somebody in a part-time situation, maybe they're in a corporate world. Okay,
yeah.
Or maybe they're whatever context you want to do it in. But what would you tell somebody who is maybe looking at an opportunity, whatever it is, and how would they go in a part-time? How could they be successful? Give us your experience on that.
Right. So yes, I find that most people who start, at least with our company and with other businesses and companies I've known over the years, most people do start part-time.
No question.
And you really want to do that, I think, because you want to give yourself time to build your business to a point where if you want to go full-time, you can. You don't have that added pressure of, you don't have another income coming in or whatever. So it does make sense for most people to do it part-time in the beginning. And it's really just about having a strong desire to succeed. You've really got to believe in what you're doing.
Okay.
You know, whatever company you join or product line, you want to have a strong belief in that, and then you want to have a strong desire, a strong why as to why you want this to be successful. And if you do that, you will make the time. And it's really about being on top of your schedule and that you're making time for your business on a daily, weekly basis.
Let me stop you there for a second, because that's a huge point, I think, making time for the business. I was actually, Deb and I were on a call the other day. We did a conference call with a team. And one of the women actually registered for one of our programs, which made us happy, obviously. Yeah. And I was going back with the emails, and she said, because one email when she registered on PayPal was, AOL. And another email that somehow I got was Gmail. And I asked her, I said, well, which one do you want us to use to send you the program, the boot camp?
Right.
And she says, I think she said the Gmail, and she says, because one of them I use for work, one of them I use for personal, so I don't want the latter to distract me when I'm in the former. And I think I'm hearing you say, part of that is not only making time, but not only not allowing other stuff to get in your way. I'm asking.
It's making a conscious effort, and whatever you decide that looks like for you, on a weekly basis, however much time you have to put into it. If it's 5 hours, 10 hours a week, whatever that is, it just needs to be purposeful and it needs to be consistent.
Right.
Consistency is the most important thing, because we all know that over a period of time, your efforts will compound over time to lead you to success, just like when you want to lose weight. You do a little activity every day, you make it a priority so that you're scheduling that time on a daily, weekly basis. And I always tell, I mean, most of my team members have started out very part-time. And I just tell them, listen, look at your calendar, look at what you can do, put your most important things in your life on the calendar first.
Obviously.
Your job, your things with your family, whatever those things are, and then you're gonna piece in your business in those nooks and crannies throughout the week. But be consistent, because if you go hard for a few weeks and then you lay off a few weeks, you're not going to see the results you want to see.
That's awesome.
Just to be consistent. It's
consistency, what I heard. I heard organization a little bit in there. I heard dedication a little bit in there. I love that why point, which is something we talk a lot about ourselves. You know what I mean? Because it's the why that keeps you going.
It is. It's what's going to really keep you focused on. Because, I mean, when I started, I had 2 jobs. So there were days or evenings that I had something on my calendar, and then at the end of the day, I didn't feel like doing it.
I know.
But I always went back to my why. And if I just take this little bit of time to do this and push through this, eventually I will have the freedom, the time freedom that I want. And I do have that now.
That's awesome. All right, that's good stuff.